Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Now today I'm about to teach you guys how to make this authentic Ghanaian shito recipe. Now a lot of you have been in my DMs asking for this recipe and you finally have it. Okay, now let's get started. Now you're going to need these blended onions. I'm using 5 large onions for this, some red pepper, some tinned tomatoes, some dry spices, your all-purpose seasoning, that's your Maggie and your remie spices, your shrimp powder. For this recipe you need shrimp powder, a lot of that, okay, and you're going to need your herrings powder, okay, a lot of that as well. Now for my pepper mix, you're going to need your Kpakposhito, your garlic, your bell peppers, your Kpakposhito, I've mentioned that already, your ginger. Okay, now let's get started. For the pepper mix, you're going to blend your bell pepper, your Kpakposhito, your ginger, your garlic for this recipe. Now you can use so many different methods for making shito. This is just my way of making my shito. I like bell pepper, so bell pepper must enter my shito by all means. Okay, now when you're blending it, don't add a lot of water because you want it to be in a paste form like this. Now to start our recipe, you are going to add in your oil. Now shito requires a lot of oil, so don't be scared to pour your oil, okay? Don't be scared at all. Now add in your oil and then you're going to go ahead and fry this with your tinned tomatoes. The reason why I like frying my tinned tomatoes with my oil is because I don't want the sourness to come in my shito at all. You know, tinned tomatoes has a very sour taste, so I like to fry it very well before I even start my shito, okay? So this is me frying my tinned tomatoes with my oil, okay? You're going to go ahead and add in your mixed spices. Now this is my rosemary, aniseed, bay leaf, and I added this to my tinned tomato mix, okay? Now this is just to add flavor to my shito. If you don't like flavor in your shito, you can go ahead and not add this, but if you want flavor in your shito, please add this. Now shito is a recipe that requires a lot of onions, so you're going to go ahead and add in your blended onions. Now I'm cooking this in bulk, that is why you can see me adding a lot of onions. If you are doing a small shito recipe, you can go ahead and reduce all the quantities that I have here, okay? Now add in your blended onions and add in your blended pepper mix. As I said, you don't want your pepper mix to be watery, you want it to be in a paste form like this, so when you're blending it, don't add a lot of water. Okay, now just quickly combine this and let it fry. Shito requires so much patience. If you don't have patience, don't even make shito, okay? Because the splashes alone you're going to get from this recipe. So you're going to go ahead and fry this. Now this method of cooking my shito is all about frying, okay? We don't boil, we fry. Okay, we fry the shito instead of boiling the shito. Now this is me quickly frying my shito. You know, you cook this for about 2 hours or 3 hours. Yes, because if you don't fry the shito well, it won't taste so good. It will taste undercooked, okay? And also when you're frying the shito, make sure you fry it on low heat or medium heat. I don't know, it shouldn't be so high or the heat shouldn't be so low too, because you don't want the shito to burn. You know, shito can actually have a burnt taste and you wouldn't want that, okay? Now once this is well fried, I'm going to go ahead and add in your powdered pepper, okay? Now if you want your shito to be very spicy, extremely spicy, please go ahead and add in more of the powdered pepper, but if you want it mild, you can reduce it, okay? Now just give this a good mix, okay, just like I'm doing. Now I'm going to go ahead and add in your shrimp powder and your herrings powder. Now listen, shito without shrimp powder or herrings powder is not shito. I don't know what it is. You can't make shito without adding shrimp or herrings powder, okay? So go ahead and add in your shrimp and herrings powder just like I did, and your shito is almost ready. Now listen, it took me almost 3 hours to make this recipe, so I just want you guys to psych your minds, okay? Now you can see that the oil is draining out of my shito, so I went ahead and added in more oil because you don't want shito that is oilless. No, your shito needs to be preserved, so oil is required in this recipe. Now I'm going to go ahead and add in your mixed seasoning. Like I said, I use my remie spices, that is my remie shito or remie chicken, and my Maggie cube for seasoning this recipe, okay? So you can go ahead and add in any seasoning of your choice. It's up to you. Now my shito is ready, guys. Shito is not hard, it just takes a lot of time. It's really simple. Now imagine this shito with some kinky or some rice or some jollof or anything at all you love, guys. Try it and let me know. Bye.